So this is my very first video game review, and unfortunately it is for a game I really did not like at all. So Batman the Telltale series is, well, by Telltale. And I'd never played one of their games before, but I heard they had a new Batman game, so I got very excited about that. And so actually I went out and downloaded Back to the Future, the Telltale series, in order to get used to kind of their gameplay and how their games work. Played through the first episode of that, and I enjoyed it enough. I got it from my phone. So Telltale games have a very distinct feel. It's very story-based, and it's like you're playing through a comic book, an episode of a TV series, through a movie. That's very much the way their games are based. So that was very intriguing to me because I heard Telltale Batman was very much a Bruce Wayne story where you get to be Bruce Wayne, you get to be the great detective, and that was something that very much intrigued me. So I was waiting for this game to come out. It was like waiting for the exact date, and then it was released and on everything I don't have. So I've got an Xbox 360, a PlayStation 3, and I've got an iPhone. It wasn't released on any of those. It was released on like 5, 6 other things, but it wasn't released on those when the game first came out. So I watched reviews about it, read some reviews about it, and waited over a month for it to come out. And then it came out and it wasn't released on the iPhone still, so I just decided to get it for my PlayStation 3. So naturally, when you have that much intentionality and anticipation for a game, and then you get it and it is that level of disappointing, it is really disappointing. Now, I'll say this. If you go into this expecting great gameplay, you're not going to get it. If you go into this expecting great controls, you're not going to get it. However, if you go in expecting an interesting way to experience a Batman story, you will get it. As for the good, it's pretty much all the story. It's very intriguing because it's Bruce Wayne based. So in the story, Harvey Dent is running for office. Bruce Wayne is trying to help him out. The Falcones are getting involved in it. And in the midst of everything going on, the Waynes are kind of labeled by the media as connected to the mafia. So in that, Batman is very invested in clearing his family's name while trying to help out his friend, and his friend's working with the Falcones. Not that he's working with the Falcones, but he needs their resources. And it's all very intriguing the way the pieces fit together. As a Batman game, I love that the perspective is very much Bruce Wayne based more so than Batman based. Because when a story is Batman based, they tend to just you punch people in the face, where here you're seeing Bruce Wayne trying to solve things, having to interact with people in real life, while then that night he's going to go investigate them as the Batman, and you get both of those aspects of it. Part of the gameplay is as Bruce Wayne talking to people and trying to be that personality that has to schmooze people, and then you have to also investigate things. So it's a very interesting perspective. As for the bad, everything else. The controls are abysmal. I don't know if they're better on the iPhone or the PlayStation 4, but on my PlayStation 3, they were awful. So the action sequences, basically it says on screen, push X, push left, push right. That's it. I'm not joking when I say my 4-year-old picked up the controller and went and figured out what he was supposed to do the first time through. But then you're in the Batcave and all you need to do is move the cursor onto the laptop. And you can't do it because it's so clunky and jumping around. I don't know if this is just my PlayStation 3 or if it's better on the PlayStation 4 or the iPhone, but it was horrible. I was like struggling to do basic level things. Then when you get into the gameplay and you're trying to solve puzzles and mysteries and things like that, it's just tedious. It's just click on the screen. Click on the screen, and it's the clunky stuff where the thing moves around weird, and so you struggle to get it where it needs to go, and you like have to link two things together, and you have to guess which two you're supposed to link, and then so it's just trial and error trying to figure things out, and then once you put the right things together, it goes brrrr, and it shows you what it's supposed to be. And the whole time I was thinking to myself, there's like puzzle games that have better dynamics of trying to figure things out. Like even the dynamic they have in the game, they could try and rip something off from even like Angry Birds, where in Angry Birds, you have to like figure out, knock this over right here and it'll make the whole thing fall over. Like you could reverse engineer that for a crime scene, and like you have to move a body around till you get to the right place to show where would splatter the brain matter over that way. You could do something like that. Or there was a game like Cut the Rope or something like that, where there's similar like game mechanics where you try and figure out where do you have to cut this to make something happen, you could have that in this game where he's like using his bat computer and recreating scenes and things like that. But no, instead it's just like link these two things together, click around the screen till you find the right thing, and it's just tedious. Like there's one where you're looking into a nightclub and you're just dragging around this clunky thing trying to figure out, oh, there's a thing I need to click on, and you go all the way around the whole screen and then you have to go all the way back. Tedious. So overall, I'm going to tell you, as a game, I do not recommend it at all. As a game, it is not fun. However, as a Batman story, it is intriguing and involving. With the Telltale series, they released the game in episodes. The first episode was $5. The whole thing, I believe, is $25. I think I'm going to get episode 2 just to give it a little bit more of a chance, just to see if they clean up some of the mess. The story intrigued me just enough, but I don't even know if I'm going to do that because I was so frustrated. With that said, I got a couple questions for you. First, what did you think of Batman the Telltale series? And second, what is your favorite Batman video game? Mine is Arkham City because that's a great series, and I think that's the best game in the series, and I just absolutely loved it. Whatever you think, please tell me in the comment section, because I don't want to just talk about video games. I want to talk about video games with you. Let's have a great conversation down there. If you've never watched one of my videos before, please consider clicking that subscribe button if you like my thoughts on stuff. Thank you so much for watching.